یاد خدایی که نام او شایسته ترین عنوان هاست و یاد او بایسته ترین پیمان ها. از او امید میبریم و هم بیم داریم. او را ستایش میکنیم و نیایش خیش را به درگاهش پیشکش میداریم تا باشد که به رحمت مهربانی بی پایان خیش پرده های اسرار را برگشایند و گنج های حکمت و دانش را بر روح و روانمان جاری سازد تا بنده ای باشیم شایسته و در خدمت دیگران بایسته. پس بدین امید و باور نخستین کلام خیش را که تحفه سرور کائنات، فخر موجودات، منجی عالم بشریت حضرت محمد مصطفی صلی الله علیه و صحبه و سلم به لفظ السلام علیکم و رحمت الله و برکاته تقدیم می‌دارم. اسیلا مونس هستم و مقاله که تحت عنوان زن تهیه نموده‌ام با اجازه استادان گرامی و شما شاگردان عزیز به خوانش می‌گیرم. زن کیست؟ زن مادر است، زن دختر است، زن همسر است، زن خواهر است. زن آینه است که چهره های گرفته را خندان و صورت های پیر را جوان نشان می دهد. زن موجودی است که الهی و الهام بخشی که باید در تمام عرصه های زندگی سهم فعال و ارزنده داشته باشد. زن کتابی است که جز به وسیله مهر و محبت خوانده نمی شود. زنان زیاد چون ربیع بلخی، زیبالنساء و دیگران در عرصه های تعلیم و فرهنگ سهم فعال و ارزنده داشتند. اسلام نمیخواهد که زنان بیکار و بیار بنشیند. زن مادری است که با یک دست گهواره و با دستی دیگر جهان را میسازد. ای زن تو را میستایم. از جهان سپاس.
Something very easily. Nowadays, some of us earn money. From where? Our father gives us that money, but we spend that without thinking. Why? Because we don't know the value of that money. We cash that money very easily. We don't face any problems of having or receiving that money. So in this case, having big family you will have big responsibilities in your life. As we watched a video, teacher Muhammad shows us a girl said her story that we had 11 or 12 peoples in our family, and this 11 and 12 family will give you a motivation, will give you a goal that you must work hard, that you should work hard, because there is 11 or 12 or 8 or 9 people seeing at you, that you should feed them, that you should teach them, that you should show them a good way. In the case that you say our friends say that our families have problems, our families problems doesn't depend on us. We have logic, we have mind. In the case that we become young, in the case that we are growing, we have mind. Allah have made 2 ways in our life. Some of us, some people says that when we are doing a sin, it is in our destiny, that in this day you should do this sin. No, it was written that you should do or not do. It's on you that you choose which one of them. When we choose big families, we choose big responsibilities. Big responsibilities makes us strong.
اولتر از همه سلام و احترامات خدا به هر یک از شما ارجمندانی که اینجا قرار دارین عرض میکنم. نن غواړم تاسو ته یو ښکلی مطلب تاسو ته وړاندې کړم او هیله لرم چې تاسو وکولای شئ هغه نه ښه ګټه پورته کړئ. Pleasure to be here before you. Today I'd like to brief you a short information about a motivational issue by the name of self-confidence. Self-confidence. Much more of us always are in struggling with this issue. Of course, all of us want to be a good speaker, a good moderator, a good manager, a good presenter, and a good man and woman what we are. امروز کلمات را که میخوایم به شما بگویم درباره اعتماد به نفس است. من مطمئن هستم کلمات را که به شما میگم میتونه یک بخشی از انگیزش را در شما به وجود بیارن و من مطمئن هستم که این میتونه شما را در آینده کمک بیشتری بکنه تا شما بتونین کارهای شایسته بیشتر از خود به نمایش بگذاریم. ټول موږ پوهیږو چې سلف کانفیډنس او اعتماد پر ځان اعتماد کول او لرل هغه باور دی چې مونږه همیشه په خپل تواناییګانو باندې یې لرو. Is the belief that we have on your abilities that we have. It's self-confidence. Self-confidence is nothing else but the belief that we have, that we can do everything. We are able to do something special that is really motivate us to go toward our goals. To be someone special among our people, among our friends, among our colleagues, among our classmates. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes, of course. Today, I'm going to tell you some tips how you able to improve your self-confidence. قسمت اولش همی است که هر زمانی که ما بخوایم کار را انجام بدیم بیشتر ما این مفکوره های منفی را با خود داریم. وقتی که میخوایم چیزی را انجام بدیم اولتر از همه ما پیش از اینکه داخل موضوع شویم مثبت از رو ببینیم منفیش به گوش ما میرسه. تو نمیتونی میگه من نمیتونم. You can't. You're not able to do that. Every time that you want to do something, for example, pretend I'm a mechanic, I'm a technologist, or I'm someone who can make this. If I'm trying to make this remote, to control my television, to control something else, first of all, I got a negative point. Am I able to make this or not? Am I able to make this or not? ما میتونم این را انجام بدم یا نه؟ زه کولای شم چې دا جوړ کړم او کنه. مخکې له دې چې ماته یوه مثبت انګیزه راشي ماته منفي پیدا شو ماته چې ته نشې کولی. هر څومره چې تاسې منفي مفکورې ځان ته راټولې کوئ هغومره تاسو ته دغه یو اعتماد غوندې جوړېږي. And that belief will be your weakness. Because you can't, you underestimate yourself, that you are not able to do something in your life. You underestimate yourself. Every time that negative comments, negative ideas comes to you, you can't. A lot of ideas comes to you that you can't. Shut up. Ignore all of them. Ignore all of them. You're able to do everything. You can do. Motivate yourself. Overestimate yourself. Overestimate yourself. همیشه خود را بالاتر از چیزی که هستین تصور بکنین. مثلا اگه من میتونم این تیلی ریموت را بسازم ایش هم میتونم بسازم. هیچ مشکل نداره. ایش هم میتونم بسازم. اگه من میتونم تا منزل 5 را بالا شم تا منزل 10 هم میتونم بالا شم. همیشه بگونه خود را بسازین. خود را تصور پیش خود بکنین که شما هر کار را انجام داده میتونین. کلمه not را not eliminate it, because it will point, it will attack, it will assault on your weakness. کله چې تاسو غواړئ چې یو کار وکړئ کله چې تاسو غواړئ یو خپل کار وکړئ چې تاسو ملګری وغواړئ تاسو وستایي تاسو داسې تصور ځان سره وکړئ چې تاسو هر څه کولای شئ. Your success is nothing else but the conclusion of your efforts, conclusion of your hard working. When you fail, you may experience lots of failures in your life. You may experience, yes, of course, all of us experience lots of failures in our life. Why we fail? Why we fail? It's the question, why we fail? Because we did not try well. Because we did not try well. Because of this we failed. If you are fear of failing, هرگاه اگر ترس از شکست شما بالاتر از انگیزه کامیابی شما با شما ناکام میشین 100%. هیچ راه کامیابی به شما در وقت وجود نمی داشته باشه. هر زمانی که انگیزه کامیابی شما بالاتر از سطح ترس ناکامی شما بود، اون وقت شما کامیاب میتونید باشین. تشکر. Thank you.
Small families, which benefit has for all of people in every country. You know, small families have a lot of advantage than big family. Because if we want to say about advantage of a small family, according to Islam, the first of all, we say a lot of family didn't know about the spiritual anatomy of human, about the spiritual dimension of human. All of family just think human is just material dimension. It's absolutely wrong. When it is just material dimension, we feel sometimes unrest should involve for some confidence and unrest every issues. What's the reason? Because Allah glorious in the one verse of Holy Quran said, كنت كنز المخفيا أحببته. Allah glorious love to recognize by souls. In this case, when we want to, it's right. Allah, Muhammad peace be upon him, and a lot of interpretation of hadith say, when our humans big, it's so proud for Muhammad peace be upon him. But in years, matter that educated and nurture of humans that maybe nurture of human is that education of every child is important. The first of all advantage of a small family is that every parent is responsible to good nurture for every parent. Maybe our parents have a 2 child. Both of them can completely attention for both of them. When our parents have a lot of child, cannot completely for everyone know about Islam, we are all identity Muslims. Okay?
Yes.
Identity Muslim Tazkiri, not real Muslims. Because all of problems belong to our family. Because family just said Islam is well, Islam is scared, Islam's daughter at the house, and this kind. All of problems belong to member of our family. When the member of our family is few, family can able to say from daughter, from son, this way is good, this way is bad. What's the reason? Just all of parents say when we have a lot of members, this family is so proud that we are so brother and so sister. It's completely wrong. We think logical. According to interpretation of Holy Quran, according to scientific book, because you know, in this case, when a house have a 2 or 3 child, you know, parents cannot quickly reaching for both of them and say, according to the portion of education, material portion, especially a spiritual portion, say human not just material, human made from 2 dimensions, spiritual and soil and pulse. Pulses belong to education, make education, but soil is not belong just to education. At the first, learn education completely. We know some person know education, but they didn't know about the spiritual anatomy of human. In this case, soil is so important because soil is the near of Allah for human. Why human is priority of human? What is the priority of human than animals and other things? What is this? At the end, my opinion is that 1 minute more.
You cannot. No, not now.
My opinion at the result is that we are responsible cannot able to from every person, from every child say this way is good, this way is bad. One slogan is that let's child-based life.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم. باید شجاعت داشته باشی. آیا شجاعت پذیر داری که او ایده‌هایی که در ذهنت است را پیاده کنی و بری دنبال رویاهایت، یا فقط می‌خواهی یک رویا پرداز باشی و در سرزمین شایدها و عیکاش‌ها و حسرت‌ها بمیلی؟ آیا این شجاعت را داری؟ می‌خوایم یک حقیقت تلخ را براتان بگویم. شجاعت می‌خواهد موفق باشی، در حالی که موفق نشدن خیلی ساده‌تر است. بدبختی جزء از زندگی است. این موفقیت است که در چنین نظم خلل ایجاد می‌کند. اگر نمیخوایی تغییر ایجاد کنی، معمولی باش، عادی باش و زندگیت را پیش ببر. اگر بیشتر از این که به فکر خداوند هستی، به فکر انسان‌های دور و برت هستی، پس نسبت به تمام استعدادهایی که خداوند در وجودت داده هم بی‌تفاوت باش. بی‌تفاوت باش و مثل از اونا باش، مثل از اونا لباس باش، مثل از اونا راه برو، مثل از اونا رفتار کو، همان کار را بکو که اونا میکنن، همان جای را برو که اونا میرن و همان فکر را بکو که اونا میکنن و نسبت به منحصر به فرد بودن خودت هم بی‌تفاوت باش، چون برایش نیاز به شجاعت نداری. شجاعت میخواهد متفاوت باشی. شجاعت میخواهد راهی را بری که تا حال نرفتی. برای بعضی شجاعت میخواهد که در این مجلس اشتراک کنه. شجاعت است که باعث میشه از مرزهای زندگیت خارج شوی. شجاعت میخواهد پیروز باشی. مردم درباره او اشخاصی که موفق نمیشن صحبت نمیکنن. اگر پیروز شوی او وقت است که درباره حرف میزنن. و شجاعت میخواهد که آیا شجاعت پذیر داری که در برابر او طوفان‌هایی که در زندگی میآیند و او اشخاصی که با حرفایش تو را میرنجانند ایستادگی کنی و با خودت بگویی که ما این همه راه را نیامدیم تا یک تغییر ایجاد نکنیم، ما این همه راه را آمدیم، این همه مرحله زندگی را طی کردیم تا یک تغییر ایجاد کنیم در زندگی خود. آیا این شجاعت را دارین؟ شجاعت میخواهد استثنایی باشی، شجاعت میخواهد عاقل باشی، شجاعت میخواهد پولدار باشی، شجاعت میخواهد باهوش باشی. چون او لحظه که تو دیگه مانند اشخاص دیگه حرف نمیزنی، او لحظه است، او زمان است که مردم میخواهند بالات حمله کنند و این شجاعت میخواهد. من در حیرت از این هستم که آیا در این زمانه، در این جامعه کسی هست که این شجاعت را داشته باشه، با خودش بگویه بعد از این همه راهی را که اجدادم آمده، بعد از این همه راهی را که والدینم را طی کردن، بگویه ما این همه راه را نیامدیم و والدینم طی نکرده این راه را که من یک شخص باشم، یک نسخه کاپی شده باشم. با بگویم من یک شخصی میخوایم باشم که خودم باشم. من نمیخوایم مارک زاکربرگ باشم، من نمیخوایم بیل گیتس باشم، من نمیخوایم انجلا مرکل باشم، من میخوایم خودم باشم. من به خاطر خودم به دنیا آمدیم و میخوایم خودم باشم. آیا شجاعت را کسی دارد اینجا؟ و در آخر شجاعت است که هیچ هدف را نمیمانه که به رویا تبدیل شود. و در آخر تشکر میکنم که از او اشخاصی که در این مجلس اشتراک کردن و خواستن که خوشبختی را احساس کنن، چون سخنان انگیزشی است که باعث میشه که ما خوشبختی را حس کنیم. راهیل سلیمان خیل هستم از بازار.
Today I'm going to talk about the big number of children is better in a family. Having many children in a family is better by many reasons. I want to prove this. One reason is when we have many children in a family, it means we have many problems. Humans are to solve the problem, not to create the problems. When we face with a problem, we should think about the solution, not about how much it's difficult to solve it. We should immediately start to solve the problem. And when we have many children, at first it has many problems. In the future, it brings for us easily something. It will be easy because when we have maybe one children, they are the breadwinner of a family. When we have one children, they have 10,000 income. It is 15,000 income. When we have 5 brother, it is about 60,000 Afghani. It is the economic part of this issue. And the second issue, I want to say everyone will be marry in the future. It's a right. It's a right thing that I want to say about this something. And the main condition of nikah is to marry with that person to bring many children for you. This is the main condition. This is one of the conditions of nikah. And we must know about this issue. And we are gonna talk about the Afghanistan country, because we are an Afghan. When we have many children in this situation of Afghanistan, you see that we don't have any budget in our government doesn't have a budget, and our economic is weak. Yes, I accept this. We should solve this problem, because we are solver the problems, and we are not the maker of a problem. And when the young generation of a country develop and they improve, they will be the pillars of a country. Not when we have a few number of young generation in a country, it means we are weaker than other countries. As we are wilder, as we are witness the other countries like China, like America, they are stronger because they have many population in their country, because I want to say this, the pillar of a country is young generation, but shell. And the shell of a country is the elders. We can make a strong country by the thoughts of elders, and by the force of young generation, stronger and more powerful. This is the finish and finish.
Concern is not feet. Feet itself can. Allah promised that. And my concern is the education. If we force ourselves instead of money of human, money of child, if we force lots of my money on 1 or 2 children, how much our children become strong and have a good future? Forcing only this money to every single child means that you separate it in different parts that they cannot reach to their goals, because we face lack of economy to the situation. And our speaking is not about exceptions or about officials. We are talking about populace. We are talking about averages people. And 1 month they pay me maybe 10,000 Afghani for this match. How if a family has lots of members supporting from every part, the parents couldn't reach to their clothes, couldn't reach to their education in every part, not goodly. And if we 1 or 2, they focus much more, and their main focus and their main concern is how I make my child's futures better. And my brother said that the people of Afghanistan are in parts of economy 50-50. There are more than 90% of Afghanistan are under the lines of poverty. It's not 50-50. Even it's not in first world countries 50-50. The money collected only in 2% of the world, most of the money. And mentioned that we face lots of problems if we large family. No, I know it makes us strong, but we can't reach our goals, because all of them, my focus is that how I bring bread to my children, and just they're not only the parents are worried, also the children and the brothers and sisters, they are mentally worried about the circumstances. They cannot get education better.